Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about the best priest deck in the game right now, which is actually Bandage Priest. This new version of Bandage Priest is doing super well, and it's a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, so I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be awesome. But now, let's check out the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list up close, and the main differences we noticed from the last top 5 is we do have Nexus Prince Shafar, and we no longer actually have the 3-mana revive spell, which is definitely very interesting. Like, Rest in Peace used to be the staple of this deck back in the day, and we're also no longer running things like Critter Caretakers, as well as the Sleepy Residents. All of those cards were definitely very nice to use in a deck like this, but with Nexus Prince Shafar, you actually want yourself to have a lot less minions, and also you don't really need to get yourself a vanilla copy back with Wilted Shadow later, because you can just get yourself a single big man and start clapping cheeks. What are you trying to do with this deck? In the first few turns, best thing you could be doing is playing your good 1-2-3 minions, which would be Catch of the Day, Tar Slime, Annoyotron, and obviously Careless Crafter, which is the MVP of the deck. Playing all these 3 allows you to do a turn 4 or 5 Resuscitate, which is absolutely huge, and after that, you basically try to get yourself to turn 7 with Wilted Shadow, and if this guy is already nice and big, thanks to things like Birdwatching, thanks to Orbital Halo if you have it ready, or even thanks to Nexus Prince Shafar, he could be as big as 12 damage, and that could be huge. Getting yourself a Dark Gift from Xavius onto him can also be pretty beneficial, because you can either give him +2/+2 elusive, or a second 2/2 copy of him, and both of those would be dealing the extra damage. Going through the cards themselves, we have ourselves the trusty Catch of the Day, which is the best 1-drop you could be fishing out with the help of your trusty fishing rod. We also have a Holy Smite, and this thing you can actually use mainly for your Careless Crafter, so don't go around killing the opponent's stuff all that much. A lot of the times the opponent, if they're smart, they're gonna try and freeze this guy to death, and not allow to get those bandages, or not allow to actually get him into your rest pool, so that would be definitely not great. So if you're against something like a Quest Lock, like a Protoss Priest, save your Holy Smite for something like killing off your own Careless Crafter, so you can get yourself extra copies with Resuscitate later. Don't forget it's also a holy spell, so if you play this on turn 1, you could follow up with a turn 2 Gravedawn Sunbloom, which could also be interesting. Power Word Shield is a nice way to get yourself extra card draw. Again, it's a holy spell, and you could actually make your guy a little bit stickier. Tar Slime is a nice little defensive minion. Annoyotron is the only 2-drop in the deck, so it's very integral to get this guy if you want a very good Resuscitate, because this thing with Reborn is indeed quite the Annoyotron. Birdwatching is a great way to get yourself a bigger Wilted Shadow, but also don't scoff at it to find yourself your Careless Crafter if you still don't have any, your Annoyotron if you still don't have any, that kind of stuff. Finding yourself Xavius is also not a bad way to find yourself what you were actually looking for out of it in the first place. The Orbital Halo is another holy spell with which you could be activating the Kindred on Gravedawn, but you also could be saving it for your bigger, better Wilted Shadow later, or you could just use it for tempo. Don't actually scoff at the tempo potential this deck has, guys. You could indeed actually tempo some people out, and we did indeed do that against one of the matchups, so don't be afraid to actually pivot from your normal game plan and actually try to close out games with just sheer early game pressure if the opponent doesn't respect you. A good 1-2-3 minion into a Resuscitate is actually insanely hard to deal with. Thrive in Shadows, you are going to be using mainly to find yourself Resuscitate, but in some cases you could be looking for Birdwatching, could be looking for Repackage, that kind of stuff. The Careless Crafter is pretty nice, giving you a couple of bandages, and don't be afraid of using some of the bandages to heal yourself off or your minions, or just to waste them to make yourself more room in the hand, because you are indeed going to have way too many bandages if things go your way later. And against a lot of the matchups, like as long as you're not against a Death Knight or Warrior or Demon Hunter that gain a shit ton of armor, you're not going to need more than 3 or 4 bandages anyway, so don't be hoarding all of those bandages, you probably won't need them. Chillin' Vol'jin could be an amazing card for you, but he's mainly in here so you can actually have access to the Hunter cards, but don't forget this guy could mess up your Resuscitate. Same can be said for Nexus Prince Shafar, even though Shafar does bring a little bit of extra value to you as well, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get extra, but Chillin' Vol'jin would not be amazing in your Resuscitate. In one of the games that actually did make enough sense, where we did indeed tempo out the guy to hell, but if the game is supposed to go long, Careless Crafter is 9 times out of 10 what you want as your only 3-drop dead, so you don't get fucked by Chillin' Vol'jin. The Nexus Prince Shafar is extremely powerful nowadays, giving your Wilted Shadow +3/+3 definitely ain't no joke. And don't be afraid of actually using this guy even if you already have more minions in there. Like if you have another 1-drop with that, just make sure to have another spell to actually activate it, and that way you're gonna cycle that buff nicely. In some cases, again, this would be a very good tempo play for you. Play this guy on turn 3 with something like Orbital Halo, and follow up with another +3 and give it a power word shield, and that would keep on buffing stuff in your hand. Just make sure the last buff goes actually on the Wilted Shadow you're planning to use, because that would make it a lot easier for you to actually close out the game. The trusty fishing rods are still as insane as ever, fishing out a couple of your good 1-drops out of the deck, but you are gonna be okay not fishing out 4 minions with these, because if you indeed curved out properly, you're not gonna have yourself enough 1-drops for this to always have something in it. So you have 2 copies because you want the first one so much, the second one usually is not something you're gonna want to play. Gravedawn Sunbloom helps you cycle through the deck nice and quick, and in the end of the day you are something of a combo deck, so you are gonna need a lot of cycle, and you are gonna have a pretty easy time thinning out your deck nice and quick. Usually around turn 7, turn 8 you already have all of your combo pieces, and Gravedawn definitely helps with that front. Xavius, like I said, could be very powerful, finding you extra damage on your Wilted Shadow, Reborn, or extra 2-2 on your Careless Crafter. Same can be said for extra 2-2 with Nexus Prince Shafar, so on and so forth. You get it. The Dark Gifts are really powerful. Heck, you could even get yourself Charge on some of your minions, which can also be huge. Resuscitate is still the most broken spell in the class right now, and with this one you're gonna get yourself extra bandages, you're gonna get yourself so much extra taunt, both with an Oyo and with the Tar Slime, or you could get yourself 6 damage rush with Catch of the Day twice. The repackage is a great way to actually slow down the opponent. Around turn 7, a lot of opponents are going to be doing their best to go full force on you because they know what's about to come. So if they go all in and you just repackage that ass, that'd be pretty awesome. And last but not least, you have the Wilted Shadow, with which you can be dealing tons of damage, and you gotta be really smart how you deal the tons of damage, by the way. Like, it is not actually the most intuitive thing to be thinking about, but this thing does indeed pack a mean punch. Basically, how you can do quick maths with this thing is, if the opponent is already full health, consider the first damage dealt to be 6 damage, if we're talking about vanilla stats. After that, if you're doing the damage with bandages, each one heals the opponent for free, and then you deal 6, so effectively you're dealing 3 damage. And also, if the last hit is killing the opponent, the heal is not gonna come. So basically, the first and last hit the Wilted Shadow is gonna be making will be for full damage, and one of the hits could be for +1 damage if you use your hero power to heal the opponent. So this way you are gonna be able to actually calculate lethal outs a lot faster. You're gonna see from the games I'm still not very good at this, but with a little bit more practice, with a little bit more determination, the deck is actually very good and very fun to play with once you get the hang of it. Also, another thing you could be thinking about with Wilted Shadow, technically you could be using the first one to actually stabilize the game. Like, if you have yourself already 2 Wilted Shadows and the opponent has a couple of men on the board, you could be doing something like Temple Wilted Shadow and use a couple of bandages or a hero power on the opponent's minion, and this thing has lifesteal on itself, so you will be able to heal yourself back to full while clearing the opponent's stuff and still having yourself the big guy for next turn to clap cheeks. For the matchups, we don't have too much stats just yet, but here's what the situation shows for these guys. Leech Death Knight, I wouldn't say is that hard with this deck, guys. It's actually kinda inevitable for you to win against them. Same can be said for Quest Warlock. I don't get why both of these stats are this bad. Maybe people are botching it or something. This is in Legend, however. Let's see Diamond Fruit Legend, where the stats are much more populated. And here we can see Leech DK is still a little bit on the wonky side, and same can be said for Questlock. I'm pretty sure that the other variant of this deck was actually very favored against Questlock, but against these guys, against not so much, I don't know. Personally, I felt like the matchup was pretty good. Beast Hunter, however, will be definitely a problematic matchup for you. I'm pretty sure Aggro Pally also ain't your friend, and apparently Ferrac Rogue is a little bit on the negative, but all around you have plenty of green as well, so again, you should be climbing with ease. Going first and second, Careless Crafter always MVP, same can be said for Trusty Fishing Rod, and Anoyotron is your only 2-drop, so make sure to hold on to it if you see him. Birdwatching could be okay, one of your good 1-drops could be okay, if you're curving into Xavias, that might be nice, Thrive in the Shadows is not the worst on turn 2, and if you're curving into a Resuscitate, that also might be bonkers. On the coin, it's literally the same stuff, so mulligan accordingly. All around, that's it for the deck. Definitely not too expensive, but definitely not the easiest deck to get the hang of. It's far from fundamental Hearthstone action, but if you are up for the challenge, and if you enjoy Priest, this might be the deck for you. Hope you found the guide helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great. But now, let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 1000 Legend with it. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty then, let's see. Our first victim, a fellow Priesticle, and we're actually getting quite the hand here. This whole hand actually makes a good amount of sense. Not sure I need the Orbital Halo, but I don't not need the Orbital Halo. I could use it on turn 2 on this slime. If it lives, that is. I'd rather not. I'd rather leave it for a potential Prince Shafar trigger for my Wilted or something. Something along that lines. Okay, a couple of 1-drops, not that amazing, but It's fine, chat. I could coin out a couple of 1-drops myself here. Yeah, I think I'd do it. Let's go like that. So how you guys been? How you guys doing? Enjoying the last few days of the Ungoro meta? Don't answer that. We all know what's happening. Don't answer that. Okay, another Tar Slimy boy. If I find myself Resuscitate or Bird Watching, that'd be pretty okay. That'd be pretty okay, man. There's the Resuscitate, there's the Bird Watching. I already have myself the Crafter, so I can go Resusci and feel fine about it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Next turn with Crafter, turn after probably the Tar Slime with something else, and see how that feel. We're definitely drawing way too many 1-drops here, I can tell you that much. Would be a damn shame if we get the weapon at this point, but this is what the game has chosen for us. To be like that sometime. Ooh, that's perfect. That's as good as I get. I'm gonna just go all in with these. I'm gonna clap that. I'm gonna go face with this. I'm okay with my Annoy Your Boy dying anyway, so why wouldn't I? This is gonna be quite the good game, I do believe. We're gonna get ourselves a lot of bandages. This guy using at least the Navigator and the Protoss Priest is kind of weird, but this is the life he chose. He chose violence. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Resusci boy. Didn't get any rushers, but it's not that bad. No damn Russians. At this point on turn 7, if I get Bandage, Wilted Shadow, that is, with so many bandages, it's just over. Would be best if we get it out of Bird Watching, but even if we don't, it's probably not that bad. Is also not that bad. It's also not that good though. I'm not gonna be killing off his 2-2. That does annoy him a little. He is healing back, but we don't mind. We do not mind. We applaud him. Okay, this ain't bad at all, actually. But for it to be good, I need to actually get my men mostly dead. So let's just go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that. And I'm actually just gonna repackage that ass, huh? These are enough bandages for one man to use, and this denies him so frickin' much. This denies him so frickin' much. Perfect. There he goes. There he blows. Okay, well, that's basically over, isn't it? Looks pretty over to me next turn. He goes back to full health, and next turn we start blasting. The first one does not heal him, so that's gonna be 8 damage to the mouth. And the last one also does not heal him, so he is giga dead. I could also top deck another bird watching, or Bro Halo was something I was gonna say. This is cool and all, but I do not need it. We even have my hero power to use on one of these. Heals him for a little bit less. But yeah, these bandages do the job nicely. Well, that was a pretty textbook way to curve out with this deck, aside from never getting a trusty fishing rod. But all in all, that was as good as they come. Do not come. Do not come. If I was actually even greedier, I could have done the Shafar thing too, but not with that 3-mana idiot in hand. Okay. Against the Warlock. Turn 3 Xavius into a turn 4 something could be it. Let's go like this. Nice. This is perfect. Perfect. Not so perfect, but it is what it is. Still should be pretty nice. This should be a pretty easy game, I think, as long as he doesn't tempo the shit out of me, and so far he don't. I'm not gonna coin out another fish, even though it does feel kinda good. If I get the Wilted out of this, that'd be so... I mean the Crafter out of this, that'd be so broken for a Resuscitate on 5. Would do the best kind of Resuscitate on 5. And the turn 4 also looks super strong that way. Okay, he's completing somewhat quickly. Not quickly enough. That's not bad at all, but fishing out my Taurus lines right now does not sound as strong as this. There you go. Not bad. Take those any day. I'm also gonna kill this so the 1/1 doesn't kill, and do that. Well, actually, it still does. Whatever. Never mind. It was still not a bad play, because he could have done trade first, play something, and then make the trade and give the attack to somebody else, which would not have been that great for me either. But still. Next turn I can actually do this and that. That's even better. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Oh, man. I'm actually tempoing the shit out of this man's. This man is getting tempoed. Next turn, a freaking Resuscitate is gonna be too much for this boy to handle. This is a very easy matchup from what I remember from the stats. It's very, very favored for the Priest. And it shows. Okay, that's gonna help him for this kind of predicament. Little does he know, plenty more where that came from. Fuck that Wilted in particular. Wow. Kill the Wilted. Doesn't matter. They also heal a lot, but we just have way too much damage against them. If he manages to freeze this 1/1, that'd be annoying for me. But I'd still be able to just Grave Dawn and feel okay. Come on, bruh. It's not that deep. Easy. Perfect. He's eh. Yeah, I thought so, bruh. I thought so. Well, they don't run healing. They get tons of healing out of their 5-freeze rushers, though. Lucky. Okay. Do I hold on to Resuscitate without anything else? I'd say no. Okay, that's decent-ish. Getting the 2-drop is pretty cool. Alrighty. It's go time. It's go time! I'd rather tempo this thing instead. Even though this does have better chances of giving me a 1-drop, which was not great. Okay, and we got the man. We got the man. Hyphen. What the fuck did this guy do? So big, I'm not in a hurry for these idiots, so, let me just fin out. Maybe get myself a taunty man. There we go. Oh, man. I was using that. Fuck. Fuck. It's fine. This is fine. Got him, bruh. All we gotta do is find that resuscitate. Resuspicious state. Another burb watching. Wouldn't mind getting another. What's his face? I could actually swap out right about now. Would that be advisable? Bigger Anoyo is cute and all. It's not gonna come down to too many bandages against this guy, guys. I'm down to do this for the tempoage. Tempo check. Might feel wrong, but deep down we all know this is the play. Deep down. Keeps on smacking me in the mouth. I'm using that, bud. Kind of feel like a second Anoyo might be the way to go in this kind of predicament. But I could also just pick Wilted, play Anoyo, and keep on smacking mouth. Yeah, I'll do that. Makes my guy bigger. And he makes him smaller. So he either kills the Sate 8 or I kill him with the Wilted next turn. Dealer's choice. He gets rushers here, I'm screwed. But I'm not. GG, broseps. GG. Broceptual. Oh, it's buffed. Fuck. Shit. I might have to use Wilted defensively here, because I don't have enough damage as is. I do now, question mark? Fuck. That's exact lethal, innit? That's exactly 7 damage. As long as I play it correctly, that is. There you go. Heal this, you filthy... It was actually lethal all along. What am I talking about? I'm so bad at remembering that the last one does not heal him if it kills him first. Lex Mortis. Turn 1, I could coin out a 2-drop, turn 2 a 2-drop, turn 3 a weapon, turn 4 question mark. Okay. Okay. It's still a coin. Let's push the tempo. Next turn, this could become a free if the other minions are not good enough. Against this guy, we might need a bunch of bandages and Prince Shafar. Nexus Prince. Nexus Prince Shafar. He is coming from afar.
Sup? I am here, you spammer you. 7 years
Hey, how's it going, man?
Look at me, ma. But damn amount of notifications your Discord is sending lately.
Yeah, maybe we should tone it down a little. Like, maybe have just a daily bulletin or something. Like, the amount of Discord crap we're putting out a little bit too damn high lately. But hey, at least we got you here. Thank you very much for the subscribe, man. 7 years strong. Damn, son. 84 months right there. She's us. I think I'd rather fish out my stuff first. Not in a hurry for that wilted shit. Okay. Yeah, do be like that. Well, one of them was me bragging about the launcher thingy, but still. But still. Come on, baby, come on. Still a butt. A butt is a butt. Oh. Let's go ahead and do this. Fuck. Keep forgetting about that stupid revive at full health. Could be fishing for a resuscitate out of that. If this guy doesn't do anything Da Vinci anytime soon, he will be met with quite the brute force at the end. My wilted idiot could be of a very big proportion. And I can have a lot of bandages to go with it too. Imagine if Shafar still was giving all of that plus freeze all the time and not just a single time, huh? Well, actually, no. That only worked for Rogue, didn't it? Prince Shafar came from afar. Do I ever tempo him out? Against this guy I will need a lot, but not that much. I could go Shafar into Burb, if the Burb gives me another Wilted. This guy would become 11 straight out. It's more tempo. He does have Corpse Explosion ready, but this board is kind of protected right now. I don't know, man. It's a little bit on the risky side. I think I got this game in the bag if I play it safe. Okay, there's that Wilted we were talking about. Let me find that Resuscitate, perhaps. There you go. Next turn we get to do it. My hand might be a little bit too big for this to work, but I won't need all the bandages if I manage to get myself an 11. Well, anyway, it should be fine. Okay, well, I do want to get this thing dead. I could use one for sure. If I go Shafar into a Grave Dawn, would that actually land on a minion? Or does the spell burst trigger before the spell resolves? I'd rather not know. What other minions do we still have left in the deck? Plenty. Odds of it landing on this guy are kinda decent, but... Give a minion. Do you know now? That's what I was asking about. Yes, a minion in my hand, but if I play Grave Dawn, would the spell burst trigger before I draw the minions or after? And it seems like it's after. So, should I risk it? Nah. I'm gonna do this, go face, do this, and now it's gonna get sucked twice. So it's gonna give me all of those, and next turn we fuck him up, fam. Mm-hmm. That is an important thing to know. Please do not steal, man. Piss. Of course you did. Of course you did. Well, I have another resuscitate, but this slows me down by a turn. Okay, okay. Sure, buddy, old pal. Sure. Fucker. Fucker. Would be even worse if he manages to kill my free, but he doesn't. Oh no, he didn't. Good news is I get to steal that. Better news is, can't I just kill him right now anyway? This would be a 12-12. I'm gonna get only 2 heals though. No, it's not enough, right? So let me just go ahead and do that. Rather make room for more bandagios. That's alright. Ziliax right now would not be that bad. Top decking Holy Smite would be the best for me, so I can actually trigger that man for the second batch, but it's not a super important either. Next turn, technically, I could play the big Wilted Shadow. He does have the Prince Shafar buff on him. Another one. Giving him lifesteal like that kinda annoying, but it is what it is. Okay. Problem is this guy also came, so that's not great. 11. Meaning I deal 8 3 times. I think it's lethal. According to the quick math I just did, I think it was lethal. If my quick math is correct, it was lethal. Apparently it was lethal a lot. But yeah. We did 11 damage once, 8 damage 3 times, and 9 damage once because we healed him with our hero power. And with a quick sum of that, you get some of that. Nice, nice. All around strong deck, but you definitely need to be able to do some math in your head, which is the bane of me. Like, what is this, homework? Let's move to something a bit more simple for a man of my stature, shall we? A little bit too complicated. This is Hearthstone, for crying out loud, not homework.